Hello, very beautiful, beloved soul friends. Welcome to another Conversations with Kristin. Thank you so much for being here. It is truly such a heartwarming, joyous occasion to be able to connect in this way. Like, how miraculous that I can be standing here and there's no people around and I'm talking to some kind of contraption, and then I click some buttons, and then it goes into some mystical airwaves, and somehow you're here watching this. That's so cool to me. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you. It's a blessed honor to connect with you in this way. So I'd like to take some time with you guys here. Let's go through and appreciate ourselves, focusing on some specific skill sets. Everyone has skill sets and abilities and talents, but a lot of times we don't even recognize them because it's just something that we do. It's just a thing. It's just something we do, maybe even every day or maybe, for work or something. But it's important to take time and appreciate the miracle that we are. There are so many skill sets, and you might not even recognize them as such because they're just something that you do so often, and it's just a part of who you are or how you naturally experience life. And so there's not much conscious focus towards the incredible ability that you actually possess to be able to do these things. So maybe you know how to cook, maybe you know how to type, maybe you know how to play an instrument, maybe you know how to sing, maybe you know how to paint. Maybe you know how to computer program. Maybe you know how to take pictures. Maybe you know how to edit pictures. Maybe you know how to create videos. Maybe you know how to edit videos. Maybe you know how to bird watch and identify different kinds of birds in nature. Maybe you know how to recognize different types of plants or flowers or different species and breeds of animals. Maybe you're familiar with cars and you're able to recognize what kinds of cars they are when you're moving through life, and you're like, that's a Honda, that's a Ford, that's a Civic, I don't know cars, so I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe you're a mechanic. Maybe you know how to change the oil in your car. Maybe you know how to raise an animal. Maybe you're a parent and you know how to raise a child. Maybe you're a teacher and you specialize in a subject. Maybe you have a skill set at work. Well, you definitely have a skill set at work or you wouldn't be there. There's something that you do. There's something that you do at work if you have a job. So whatever you do at work, whether it's typing or filing or helping at a front desk or knowing a certain computer system or knowing how to teach children or whatever it is that you do. Maybe you are someone who helps get the garbage bins and you drive that super mystical big giant garbage truck that magically makes the world a cleaner place. Whatever it is that you do at work, at home, for fun, for survival's sake, whatever it is, you have skills and gifts and abilities that no one in the world does this way that you do. You might think, okay, I cook. Sure, everybody cooks. It's just something that you do. No, I promise you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that nobody in the world cooks like you. How do I say that with such confidence? I've never seen you cook. Where's this coming from? What are you talking about, Kristin? How do you know how well I cook? What are you even saying right now? I know that no one in the world cooks like you because your ability to cook comes from very specific wiring in 100 trillion neural networks in your brain that nobody else has but you. No one in the world has your brain. No one in the world has your brain. You have a very unique, gorgeous brain, which is where your mind is living and hanging out and getting information from. And in your brain are 100 trillion neural networks. And not a single person on planet Earth has the neural networks that you have. And so maybe you paint or you like to color in coloring books. No one in the world colors or paints the way that you do. The way that you choose what book to color, the way that you choose what image to color, the way that you choose where to sit, the way that you choose whether to use crayons or colored pencils, the way that you pick what color to use, the way that you choose where the color goes, the way that you position your hand, the way that you let the color flow onto your page, the way that you enjoy yourself. Are you inside or outside? Is it quiet? Is there music? The way you select music, the way you choose your background setting, the way you choose the time of day to color. the way that you sit, the way that you position your body, the way that you perceive, the way that you think, the way that you feel. There are a million unique blessings in any and every given moment. No one in the world has the skills, abilities, or passions, or talents, or hobbies, or anything that you have. Not a single person in the world drives a car the way that you do. Not a single person in the world changes lanes the way that you do. Not a single person in the world listens to music the way that you do. Not a single person in the world stands in the way that you do. Not a single person in the world can type or formulate thoughts or categorize information or perceive or draw conclusions or feel or anything the way that you do. So I really just encourage you to take some time today and appreciate the little things about yourself. You have skill sets, gifts, and abilities, and they might not seem like a big deal. Everybody cooks, everybody knows how to type. Do not ever dismiss the miracle that you are, soul friend. Your brain went through a variety of experiences to get to a place where it had this skill set. Once upon a time, you didn't know how to color. Once upon a time, you didn't know how to stand. Once upon a time, you didn't know how to drive a car. Once upon a time, you didn't know how to type. Once upon a time, you didn't know how to write or paint or play instruments or even listen to music consciously. There are a million things that you do, maybe on a daily basis or a weekly basis or a monthly basis or a yearly basis. There are things that you do that are unique skill sets, gifts, and abilities that are unique to you. Maybe you do things at work and it feels tedious and boring and you kind of dismiss it because it's just your work. I encourage you to tune in with that and realize how wondrously talented you are. Just to be sitting at that desk typing, or sitting at that desk and filing files, or doing whatever it is that you do. Your brain underwent a variety of processes where those experiences affected the neural networks that now allow you to have this experience through your consciousness, or within your consciousness through your brain. Consciousness is yourself with an experience, but the experience itself is being processed and translated through the neurobiological applications in this brain-body system we live in as consciousness. So on a daily basis, you're doing things. Maybe there's other things you do less frequently. Whether it's at your job or at home, knowing how to do laundry, knowing how to load the dishwasher, knowing how to take out the garbage. That's an ability that's unique to you. Nobody goes about taking out the trash like you do. I know that sounds silly, but it's true. No one goes about the process of looking at the garbage can and coming to the conclusion that it needs to be taken out and picking it up and moving through time and space towards the place where you dump it. No one goes through that process in the exact way that you do. Isn't that amazing? Knowing how to do anything and everything in life is a skill set and an ability. And some things require a little more talent than others. It takes a little bit more ingraining in our neural wiring to be able to paint, like $1,000 priceless work of art kind of thing than taking out the garbage, obviously. But we have different skills and abilities that we use, and we might not even realize that that's a talent that's unique to us. Because once upon a time, you couldn't do those things. Once upon a time, you didn't know how to take the trash out. Once upon a time, you didn't know how to load a dishwasher. Once upon a time, you didn't know how to paint. So in our everyday life, it's easy to take ourselves for granted because it's just how we experience life. But I really encourage you to take some time to think about how it's a skill set and an ability that's unique to you, and how life would be different if you didn't have that. What if you didn't know how to take out the trash? What would that do to your life? Your whole house would just be piling up in garbage and you wouldn't know how to take care of it. That would be miserable. That would be awful. You're just like swarmed in garbage and you're like, I don't know what to do to make this stop. Like, can you even imagine? Can you even imagine? What happened if you didn't know how to write and you had an idea and there was no way to communicate it? What if you had these ideas, but you didn't have the skill sets to bring them into life? What if you had a job, but you had no abilities, and then you weren't able to keep that job? Type, I don't know how! Done. Like, the little things are important. The little things are the big things. They're big, we just don't realize it because our brain sometimes reduces the magnificence of it because it's happening so frequently. But just because miracles happen every day doesn't mean they're any less miraculous. Okay? Just because miracles happen every day does not mean they are any less miraculous. We are miraculous consciousness in a human body standing on a planet that's somehow supporting like millions of living creatures simultaneously. And we're like spinning and rotating, but we don't really know it because there's this like super trippy thing called gravity. And then there's like this great big burning, blazing ball of fire that's like a million miles away, but somehow it's just like just the right distance to like sustain life here without like burning us or like us just freezing to death. And we don't have to like do anything, but somehow, some way, that great big blazing ball of fire like appears and then disappears once about every day. Like, there's a million miracles, but we don't realize it because we're used to it. But just because miracles happen every day doesn't mean they're any less miraculous. And when we take time to tune in with the everyday miracles of life, I promise you beyond a shadow of a doubt, you will heal yourself. You will heal your neurobiological applications of consciousness to transmute fear-based data so that your being can be liberated into the great expanse of love that you truly are. That's pretty freaking awesome, right? Like, loving liberation, let go. Let go. Little things like that are things that are unique because of neurobiological wiring. The way that my voice projects words and has little phrases and has hand gestures. All of these things are unique to me because of my neural wiring. And you have things that are unique to you. The way you go about choosing outfits is unique to you. The way that you go about brushing your teeth is unique to you. The way you go about enjoying movies when you watch them is unique to you. The way you go about choosing your snacks or choosing what times of the day to eat are unique to you. The way you go about exercising or relaxing or working or playing or doing or being, the way you go about doing anything, every single aspect of your life experience is unique to you. So friends, I leave you with 3 little healing journey mindfulness play prompts for you, okay? First one, recognize your talents, gifts, and abilities, and refuse to take yourself for granted. When you're sitting there typing, your mind is thinking about what you're typing about. I encourage you, I challenge you, I triple dog dare you to take a moment and look at your hands moving across the keyboard. And just take a moment to marvel at yourself, okay? Like, I'm creating thought that's moving my hands, and somehow there's this muscle memory, and I think a letter, and my fingers know where to go. Like, I'm looking at the screen, formulating thoughts, going like this. Take a moment and just put your eyes away from the screen towards your hands and admire the miracle that you are witnessing, that you are experiencing, that you are being. Appreciate the skill sets, gifts, and abilities within your everyday life. Whether you're unloading a dishwasher or taking out the garbage or brushing your teeth, or whether you're painting a $1 million portrait or you're at work doing some specific specialized skill set that only you know how to do, or only you know how to do. Whether you're driving or walking or anything. Notice the little skill sets and abilities, big and small. And appreciate your consciousness and your brain and your body within them. Your consciousness is experiencing them, and we don't take time to see ourselves very often. So take time to just see yourself with an experience, and then take time from the space of interconnection with your miraculous consciousness. Take time to appreciate your neurobiology, which is providing data so that you can walk and paint and move garbage to an appropriate space. Take time to appreciate your consciousness with an experience and your neurobiology that's helping you navigate experience, okay? So play prompt number 1 is to appreciate your unique talents, skill sets, and abilities. And you can start broad, like brushing teeth and walking, and then get more specific. What are things that very specifically you do? You know how to play guitar and sing, and you know these 3 songs by memory or something. Go start general and abstract, and then go more specific, okay? Appreciate your unique talents, skill sets, and abilities. And number 2, appreciate your uniqueness. It's not just that you have these skill sets and abilities, it's that every single thing that you do is unique, because everything you are is unique. You are a divine consciousness in a neurobiology that has wiring that does not match the wiring of a single person on the planet. Billions of other people doing their things, and not one of them has a brain like yours. Wow, you're that unique. That's amazing. So play prompt number 1, appreciate your unique talents, skill sets, and abilities. Number 2, appreciate your uniqueness. Just because of the brain you live in, everything you do is unique. The way your facial features respond when you hear the voice of someone else is unique to you. Like, that's amazing. The way you laugh, the way you sneeze, the way you cry, the way you feel, the way you move your body. Every single thing, the way you lay at night when you're on your bed, everything is unique to you because your brain is unique. No one has your wiring. The brain is wired through experience, and no one on earth has had every moment of experience that you have had. That's why your brain is unique. And number 3, play prompt number 3, take time to marvel at everyday magic. Like, holy crap, there's a sun in the sky. There isn't a sun in the sky right now, but if it was so, I would be marveling at it. It's gone now. It's gone for the day. But when the sun's up, be like, yo, check it out. It's a freaking sun. Like, what? Like, what? Take time to marvel at everyday magic, okay? Take time to appreciate the everyday magic. Like, okay, go with me here. Ready? Breathe. Holy crap, your body just absorbed invisible particles of air at just the right balance to sustain life, and it processed oxygen through oxygen receptors in your nose, and it went through your respiration, and it flowed through your lungs, and it gave your body this life-giving energy that caused cerebral spinal fluid to flow through your body and flood your inner being, and then it collected all of this junk, and it exhaled it so that it would not be in your body anymore, because if it would stay in there, you'd be poisoned to death. Like, all of that just happened, and all of that just happened in that. Every moment is a miracle. Everything is a miracle. When we take time to see it, we heal ourselves. Because love heals all. And taking time to be present and appreciating miracles is massive vibrations of love that transmute the energetic data within our neurobiology so that our experiences of consciousness shift, transform, and expand to new depths of being and new realms of experience. So breathe. And celebrate it, and see the sun and celebrate it, and feel your feet on the ground and celebrate it, and look at nature and celebrate it, and look at the abundance of life and how many houses there are and how many buildings there are and how many businesses there are and how much opportunity there is. Look at how big the sky is. Look at how day comes and then night comes and then it shifts in this miraculous cycle. Look at the changing seasons. Look at your body. It's moving, it's breathing, it's fluctuating. Everything is energy and ecstatic motion. We are the universe in ecstatic motion, and everything is beautiful and miraculous. Take time to plant energetic seeds that grow those perspectives, because you will heal yourself. You will heal yourself in the deepest, most dynamic way imaginable. Okay? Okay. Play prompts for you. Appreciate your unique talents, skill sets, gifts, and abilities. Start general. Go more specific. Play prompt number 2 for you guys. And you can do this just through your thoughts, or you can write about it, or you can move through life and narrate it as you go. You can do this however you want, okay? Number 1, appreciate your skill sets, talents, gifts, and abilities. Start general, go more specific. Number 2, take time to appreciate your uniqueness, knowing that no one in the world has the brain that you have, that was wired through experience, for better or worse, and is now producing your personal life experience that is engaged in through your consciousness. Your consciousness engages with the life that's generated through your brain and your body. And number 3, take time to marvel at everyday magic and really bring yourself into the experience. Let yourself feel feelings of ecstatic marvel and just awestruck wonder. Let yourself feel those things. Let yourself feel your own presence. I promise you will heal yourself from anything and everything. deep within the neurobiological data of your brain and your body. Okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. No one in the world is like you. You are perfect as you are. You are a dynamic, radiant, indescribably miraculous, expansive wonder to behold. And that's your core. You are wondrous divinity because you are consciousness. You are not the experience. And from that space of grounded identity, you have infinite power to move through your experience by choice, choosing who you're going to be and how you're going to experience life by rewiring your brain through the power of your consciousness, which all starts with presence. Thank you so much for being here, soul friends. Thank you for being you. If you would ever like to connect through a one-on-one consciousness consulting call, I would be honored to share a sacred healing space with you. You can explore more about my healing journey services or book a session at kristinwindsor.com, and that link is in the video description below. If you liked hanging out or you got something from this video, or if you just want to give me a little energetic hug, please feel free to hit the like button and the subscribe button. I love your support on my channel. I'm so grateful to share healing journey magic, these little knowledge nuggets I've gathered along my journey. I'm really grateful to share them with you, and I'm grateful to share this time with you. And as you can see, it's getting darker. The video is getting darker because there's no more sun, which is a miracle. Thank you for being here, soul friends. Thank you for being you. This world is blessed through your existence, and you are always enough. You deserve infinite moments of happily ever after. And I am sending you love and light to empower your embodiment of happiness. Because we're not in this game of life to pursue happiness. Heck no, that's the old story. That's old news. We're not pursuing happiness. We are embodying happiness. I'm sending you so much love and light from my heart to yours, beloved soul friends. An energetic hug from my consciousness to yours. One more hug. Love and light from my heart to yours, soul friends. Namaste. The divine love and light in my consciousness. See and honor the divine love and light in your consciousness. P.S. If you haven't checked them out yet, I have a few free gifts for you guys from my heart to yours to empower your healing journey through life so that you can embody happiness. Maybe not today, but in the infinite potentials of tomorrow, all things are possible by the seeds that we plant today. So please feel free to check that out, kristinwindsor.com/freebies. That link is also in the video description below. There's several books, and I'm going to keep adding more nuggets for you guys over the months to come. There's a brain rewiring playbook, an implicit projections booklet, a loving liberation book, some magical daily magic wall hangings, and then I've got this new one, I think it's up there already, transformative cocoon play prompts. So just lots of magics to share, just so you have more resources and more ways to engage in your healing journey of life, because you deserve it, and I believe in you, and I want you to succeed in the direction of all of your dreams. You deserve it, and this planet is blessed through your embodiment of happiness. I feel like it's a super dramatic outtake as the video just naturally gets darker. Close curtain, cut. Have a beautiful and blessed day, soul friends. I will see you next time.